everyone. I'm going to do a video on the adoption process thus far, like what I know about it. A lot of you sent me a lot of messages and comments and said that you were interested in the process. So I figured I had time right now, unless somebody walks into my store, then so why not make a video? Um, okay, so how it all came about. So obviously, if you've been following my channel or if you just happen to click on it, um, you know our story of infertility and then our loss with our quadruplets. And I think it was like 2 years, just about. I don't know if you can hear the siren, sorry. Almost 2 years. No, actually, it was like a year and a half. Anyways, we had talked about trying another cycle of IUI, which my doctor wouldn't allow me to. I had to use, it's doing the injectables, I had to use Clomid. Um, and it didn't, my body, it didn't take on, it didn't work. So, excuse me. So we had thought about adoption, which we had mentioned it before, but it's really weird. I had always thought like almost like it was like a runner-up choice. Like I don't know, it just didn't. It never really fully registered with my heart in a way, if that makes any sense. Um, but then after having my kids, my quads, it it's almost like it just feels like the right time for us. We had our children. We don't get to have them with us here, but we had them and they were perfect. So we went to, I think, the route of private adoption, and we had gone to a couple seminars, and it was like crazy expensive, like $20,000. Um, just ridiculous. Like you'd think with all the kids in the world that don't have homes, they would just be handing them out at the grocery store. Like, let's be real. But that's not the case. So it was like 20 grand something or other, and which that was how has always been my problem with IVF, because it's such a financial risk, because it's not like, oh hey, you're gonna pay 20 grand or 15 grand or whatever it is, but you will get a baby out of this. It's like there's so many people who try it and to totally deplete their savings and they don't even get a baby out of it. And I just don't feel like, even the same thing with private adoption, yeah, you're gonna get a baby, but I don't know. It's just so expensive, and I just feel like I couldn't put that financial weight on my family, like me and my husband, meaning when I say my family, on us. Um, so we had kind of given up on the whole adoption thing, finding out how much private adoption was. And we decided to kind of just chill on the baby front and just work on me. And I own a business, my husband works, so we were just kind of focused on that. And then so my husband's uncle or something was talking about adoption at like a family function and had mentioned, oh yeah, I have a coworker who has adopted 6 kids and he gets paid to take care of his kids. My husband was like, what are you talking about? Gets paid? Like it's like $20,000 or whatever. He's like, no, he does it through the county. He's like, what are you talking about? So he told me about it like a month later, and I looked into it, and sure enough, and I talked to the guy's wife, the one who they adopted 6 kids. Sure enough, you can adopt through your county, and it's completely free. Um, you can foster parent, which is amazing. I wish that we were doing that as well, but you can adopt too, and it's free. You just have to kind of do the footwork. Sorry, this hair is bothering me. Go to the classes, prepare your home, things like that. So it's not like it's set like free, but it's essentially it's free. It's nothing, you don't have to pay the county anything. So I looked it up online, and like I said, my husband's uncle's coworker's wife, stay with me, was kind enough to talk to me about, her experience, their children, things like that. And then I called the county and said I was interested in adoption, and then they sent me some paperwork, and I signed up for the orientation, went to the orientation with my husband, And that's kind of how we got started into it. And now we graduated our classes. We're getting ready for our home study. I don't know how it is for every other county. All, excuse me, all the other counties are different. A lot of counties are different. With our, I keep saying, I'm sorry, I'm annoying myself. So, uh, our county, which is San Bernardino County, I don't care. People know my county. If you want to show up and try to kill me, I got a lot of fight in me, so it doesn't bother me. So, San Bernardino County is where we are. And with that, we called the number. I'll try to list it below. And, we signed up for the orientation, went to the orientation. It was so informative, so amazing. We, from there on, you get a packet of stuff. You do your fingerprinting, background check. Again, all of this is paid for by the county, with San Bernardino County anyway. And there was something, you get so much information and so many questions answered. It's crazy. Like, there's something like 7,000 kids right now in San Bernardino County that are in the foster care system, which that's just crazy to me. So, we did that. We signed up for our classes. There's a lot there. I mean, you do get like mounds of paperwork to do, and there's a lot of classes you have to get done. I think it's like 8 classes. They're like 3 hours each. We knocked ours out relatively quickly. Like, we went to just every Saturday right after that, and it's 6 hours, meeting a lot of really cool people, a lot of information, a lot of homework. We have our home study coming up. We're, like I said, we just graduated our classes, so we finished our classes. Yay! And then we are in the process of finishing all of our paperwork, our autobiography. You have tons of stuff to do. And then we're going to have our home study. They'll call us and give us a date where they come. The home study, to my knowledge, and this is just from what I have gained from, it's not hardcore. I'm not a social worker. I don't work for them. This is just me, a mom wanting to adopt a child, going through it. Everyone I met has been so amazing with my county, all the social workers, the classes, even the people at my adoption classes. They've been amazing, so sweet. And we, I just had a brain fart, sorry. We are getting, like I said, we're getting ready for our home study. To my knowledge, the home study consists of 4 interviews. One of them is when they check your house, make sure that everything's safe, that you have, they give you a list of information, a list of paperwork, a list of what to have, what not to have, what works, what's not going to work. And the whole time you're going through the process, you can ask questions about the home study. You can ask questions about what do I need to do to pass my home study. So, according to what I've learned, you have your home study, which is 4 interviews. One of them, obviously they're in your home, things like that. And then, say you passed your home study, then you are certified. You are certified to be an adoptive parent. And then the waiting game starts. And there was people in our classes who have adopted before, who 3 days after their home study, they got placed with a child. There's some people who waited a year and they still haven't been placed. It all depends. Sorry, my hair's bothering me. It all depends on, your availability, like what you're looking for, how open you are. I'm sorry, I should say that instead of availability. Things like that. So for us, we are looking for a little girl, preferably heavy on newborn, but newborn to 1-year-old. We're open to if she has siblings. No more than two children, just because there's a lot of restrictions on your home, like what you're allowed to have. Like, you have to have a bedroom for each child. If it's a baby and a toddler, they can share a room, but things like that. So we're only equipped right now to take on 2. But we definitely want a newborn and want a girl. And if she has like a sibling, because a lot of them come through the system with a sibling, we'd be open to adopting a sibling as well, so that they can stay together. Relatively healthy. We don't care about race. They were really strongly about saying that, they like to match. This is my county too. I don't know, this is different, but my county, they match ethnically. So, like if you're Black, they'll match you. They'll kind of match it. If you're Mexican and white, they'll kind of match you, depending on what like you've been exposed to. Like if I have people in my family who are Jamaican or Asian, they just so you know about that culture, you know how to take care of, because there's things that are different. Hair is different in every culture, things like that. So they try to match really strongly that way. So we're waiting. We want a little girl, preferably newborn to 1 year old, relatively healthy, because this is like our first take home baby. There's some people who, God bless them, I wish that I was strong enough. There's some people who only want like the kids who are sick, the kids who need a lot more care. God's placed that in them to take care of those type of kids, and I think that's awesome. I wish that I was one of those people. So things like that as on your application, like you can say, or you can just be open to whatever. There's kids, I think they've even extended it to 21-year-olds who are still in the foster care system. So like I said, it goes crazy, the age range. They do compensate depending on, like, it's not, you don't adopt or foster care it's not a job. So, but I don't even care. Like me and my husband have talked, we don't care about money. I don't know I'm not sure on the adoption side if you even get money like monthly. I think that you do. But I have to look. And I have a really bad memory, so thank God for my husband. Like those of you who have been a mom when you had kids, like I had quadruplets, like my brain, it's like I only have half a brain. So, but when they had told us in the beginning, like at the orientation, oh yeah, when you get paid monthly to help out with the child that you're taking care of or whatever for foster care, I was like, what? Like the baby is enough. Like what are you talking about? Like people get money? Like this is crazy. I had no idea. So we had talked about like if we were to get compensated in any way, which we don't want to. If we were to get compensated, we would save that for her to go to school or, for whatever. So that's pretty much all the information, or kind of, I know it was like really crazy, so I hope I helped in some way. This is just all the information that I've gathered and where we are at in our process. So we're prepping for our home study, getting our nursery done. We did have our baby shower, which was awesome, and I'll do another video about that. And I want to go through maybe like a haul. Tell me if you want to see a haul of things we got from our baby shower, or just essentials like that, from friends and stuff. Just let me know if you would want to see our actual baby stuff. Because I can post that on here too. Because it's a lot different when you're adopting. You kind of don't know, because you don't know the age. You have like your range, and so it's kind of, and then if you've never had a take-home baby before, you're not sure, you're new, so it's just crazy. So I hope this video helps. If you have questions, please leave them below. I'll comment them, get to them as soon as I can. I can't believe people actually watch my videos. I'm so retarded. Oh, somebody's texting me. But yeah, I love you guys, and I'm praying for all of you moms out there. And yeah, that's all I have to say. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.